This is a guide toward realizing effective communication. It is through the communication process that the sharing of common meaning between the sender and the receiver takes place. Individuals that follow the communication process will have the opportunity to become more productive in every aspect of their profession. Effective communication leads to understanding. Hi, I am Redulla. Join me to gain knowledge about the communication process, specifically the 8 elements of communication. Sure, you may not have heard communication cycle before, but something in its components are very familiar. To begin, we always start with the sender. Who has some kind of idea that used to trying to get the receiver. The question is, how does an idea get from the sender to the receiver? One, that idea represents the third component in the communication cycle, and that is the message. The idea being communicated. And for our sender here, well, he has a very specific idea in mind. He wants to share some knowledge and he can't wait to communicate it. So now, we have arrived in our third component, which is the encoding phase. To encode is to simply package a message, and you really have 3 options. They're either verbal, non-verbal, or both. Our sender would decided to use both as the best way to encode his message. This brings us to our 5th component, and that is the channel, which is simply defined as how the receiver takes in the message. Human beings have 5 channels. Think, what else do you have 5? If you guess your 5 senses, then you are right. Hearing, seeing, and feeling are the primary ways in which human beings takes in information. And in this case, if we use both verbal and non-verbal, and he uses sight and hearing, having taken in this message, the receiver takes sense with it. Another word for that is our next component, and that is to decode. If encoding is packaging your message, decoding is make sense of that. So the receiver unpacked the message. Now, what we need to do is to wait for the response of the receiver. What would you think? Will they continue their conversation? Okay, it looks like it is. And that response the viewer is giving right there, that is our next component, and that is the feedback. Any response the receiver gives to the sender. So, there you have it. One perfect cycle of communication. But wait, we are forgetting our final element, and that is noise, which is simply defined as anything complicating the message senders receives. That siren is one of the example in noise. So, that's it. The communication process and the elements of communication. Again, I am Redulla.